You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me. I'm a loner, Daddy. A rebel.
Sunrise on the horizon. Sky is blue, no denying. News with Skyjack Morgan. Bright and early new dawn. Every headline, every story. Gives your morning some glory. Stay informed, stay tuned as the day greets new blue. Good morning headlines with Skyjack Morgan. Start your day just fine. Information for you, darling. With coffee in your cup, used to fill you right up. Cleansing weather on the go. Morning show you need to know. Join us on this daily ride with your morning side by side. Catch the latest, feel the vibe. Sky will keep you well supplied. Good morning headlines with Skyjack Morgan. Start your day just fine. Information for you, darling.
My God. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm glad that you're alive. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm glad that you're alive and kicking. I'm glad that you're still here. I'm glad that you're still alive. You know, it's a crazy world out there. The world's getting nuts. I just wanted to, I thought this was so funny. I was looking at this thing in the news today, and it is, you know, Trump cast his ballot in mail. He mailed in his Florida ballot. This guy, this frickin' weirdo, he cast his ballot. Trump has been talking incessantly about how he hates mail-in ballots, and this douchebag, what does he do? He votes, he mails in. Now he's mailing in his ballot. Explain to me this. Yeah, good morning to the 8-second streamer. Explain to me, please, how Donald Trump is going to vote as a mail-in in Florida. He just did it. He didn't go to the poll. But he wants to severely limit any kind of mail. You don't want anybody to mail in their ballot, just him. Only he's allowed to. Palm Beach County voter registrars, they said he voted by mail in a Tuesday special election for state legislative seats, and this ballot has been counted. Luckily, we counted his ballot. Good job. You counted Donald Trump's ballot. Early in-person voting in the contest ran through Sunday when Trump was still at his South Florida estate. He was in the, why did he go to the ballot? Like everybody else. He gets to vote by mail, but not you. Not you. He's urging Congress to pass the SAVE Act, a sweeping bill that would bar universal mail ballots and limit the options to a select few voters, such as those with disabilities, military commitments, who are traveling on Election Day. The measure faces steep odds in the closely divided Senate race. Explain to me how this guy wants to take away my right to vote by mail because it's convenient, but this asshole votes by mail. Rules for thee, but not for me, I guess, is the thing, right? Is that it? Is that it? Anyway, if you're just tuning in, my name is Skyjack Morgan. I'm an independent news and culture commentator and free speech and critical thinking advocate. I hope that you're having a beautiful day today. It's been a doozy. It's been a fun one today. I hope you're having fun. Trump kills children. What the F does hypocrisy matter? I mean, I guess. Mail-in is not necessary. He votes by mail. It's not about necessity. It is necessary because we don't get the day off. If you don't want me to vote by mail, give me the day off, and I will. We should all have a day off that day, a voter holiday like they do in many other countries, to make it easy to vote. Perfect. We can mail in. What's the problem? Oh, Trump doesn't like it because he votes by mail, but he doesn't like it when you do it. Explain how this is okay. You don't think it's necessary? That's none of your business. It's none of your goddamn business. I don't think dialysis is necessary, but you know what? I'm not going to keep you from getting it. I don't think breast implants are necessary, but if you want them, got them, get them. I don't give a shit. I don't think a lot of things are necessary. I don't think the war in Iran is necessary, and yet here we are. Here we are. Ridiculous. Well, it's not necessary, so we shouldn't do it. What? What are you talking about? What the hell's that got to do with anything? Necessary. Necessary? I don't think it's necessary to have a president. At all. But we still got one. They do not give you time off. What the hell are you talking about? They do not give time off to work by law. That's not true at all, David Bork. What country do you live in? You're clearly not American. They give you time off for jury duty by law, not to vote. I've had an employer refuse to give me time off to vote. I quit on the spot. Mail-in is necessary. It's absolutely necessary. Absolutely. You know, it's like I used to give people time off to go vote when I was a manager. I was like, get out of here. Go. It's early. It's, you know what? I'd let people go early usually. I'd say, hey, go vote. Oh, you need to go? Go vote. Go. Please go vote. Don't tell me how you're voting, please. Australia's voting system is the gold standard. Well, I don't know. I think in Australia, is Australia the one that makes you vote and you got to pay a fine if you don't vote? Is Australia the one where you have to pay if you don't vote? I like that. I like that one. 17 states vote by ballot box. Drop my ballot in a box. Go ahead. But Donald Trump, he can vote by mail. But you, silly little worm, you can't vote by mail, you poor piece of shit. Donald Trump wants to vote by mail, but not you. You don't get to vote by mail. He also gets to fly in private planes, and if his private plane ain't working, he's going to fly in the Epstein jet. That's the best thing about being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He's always got a jet ready to take off just for you. And he's got on board in-flight entertainment. What a guy. I could imagine living in India. Well, welcome to another. We're in a different type of impoverished country. I hear Aussies have to vote or give good reason. I heard they have to vote or they have to pay. They got to pay a fine. We have to vote, but also it's preferential, so you can prioritize some random candidate and still back the majority party if you want to win. I kind of like that. It sounds kind of like ranked choice or something. I don't know. You guys got parliament, though. You guys are voting for. It's just like in Germany, they vote for the party, and then the party decides. They've got like a slate of candidates they're going to put in. It's an interesting system. Our system is ridiculous. Our system is stupid. Our system was written almost 300 years ago. 250 years ago, we came up with this bullshit system. It's changed very little since then. All these other countries, all these Johnny-come-lately democracies got it figured out a little bit better than we do. And it makes sense, right? Like, you don't buy, if you bought a car today, you wouldn't expect it to have the same features as the cars from 250 years ago. If you bought a car today, you wouldn't even expect it to have the same features as 15 years ago. Shit, my car's only 10 years old, and my car, it does not have HD radio. Like, it doesn't have digital radio. It doesn't have HD2. It still has digital. Anyway, the point is, the radio in my car is not modern enough to pick up HD2. And it's only been 10 years, but we're still working with the same voting system we got 250 years ago. Brilliant. But hey, If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess, huh? California has been invaded by third world countries from Asia. California? Oh, Canada. Canada has been? My Tennessee grandpa said both sides would pay him at the polling place to vote for them. Yeah, I've heard that back in the old days, that type of thing happened in the South. They used to do a lot of that, giving money for people to vote. But it happened recently. Didn't that happen with, isn't that what Elon Musk did? Gave people millions of dollars to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, shit, it hasn't been that long. We're still doing it. We're still doing the same thing we were doing back then. Yeah, all that's manufactured process. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, my name is Scott Jack Morgan. I'm an independent news and culture commentator, free speech and critical thinking advocate, and I hope that you are having my radio works. It just, there are stations my radio doesn't get because it doesn't have the H2. Anyway, it's a long thing. You know how my FM show got canceled, and they put me on HD2, and my radio can't pick that station up. But hey, whatever. That's the world we live in. That's the way the cookie crumbles, baby doll. My daughter had to go online to find my birth certificate. You find it? Did you get it? You had to go online for it, man. A while back, I had to get my birth certificate, and it wasn't that hard, but it took some time. And I needed it because in Las Vegas, you need to have an FBI search. You have to have this whole thing if you want to be a manager selling alcohol in Las Vegas because of the old days. You know what I'm saying? So in the old days, they had a couple things. You got to jump through a couple extra hoops if you want to be selling alcohol in and around Las Vegas with machines and the whole thing. It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. Anyway, this is the #1 news reaction show on YouTube. It's the Morning Sky Show. Welcome to the Morning Sky Show. It's been a great day. It's been a great day so far, and it's beautiful. I hope it's beautiful where you are. Why don't you let me know in the chat, what city are you watching from today? Is it a city full of ICE agents? Are you working in a city, living in a city full of ICE agents? Because let me tell you, boy, oh boy, look at these ICE agents. They're having a great time. They're having a great time. It's been beautiful for them. They're having a beautiful time.
We're allowed to stop following. First Amendment right. Really can't do anything.
This is my First Amendment right. Get out of here! You can't take pictures of me. It's my First Amendment right, asshole. Man, they think that they can't. They think they're invincible. They think that they can't do anything to them. These ICE agents. You can't take my picture. Yes, I can. You're on public land, buddy boy. You see him? He tried to fight. He tried to start a fight with the people taking pictures of him. You see it?
Have a good day. Have a good day. Go on, Neil. 2-6. You feel like on it. Yeah. Don't be nice.
Well, I'm going to mess with this guy right here. He looks brown enough to mess with. Apparently, they've already started making arrests in San Francisco. This is just like, man, if you don't think it looks like Nazi Germany yet, where have you been? Don't say that dirty word around me, Sky. Spit that word out. Management. Well, I was in management. You know, I try to be one of the good ones. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Nearby Ashland, Oregon. Oh, man, I love Ashland, Oregon, Coast-Sider. I've been there many times. Ashland, Oregon. I used to go to the Oregon Shakespeare Festival up there. I've been there many times to Ashland. I like it there. That's beautiful. You like it there? Ashland, man. They got a cool university there. It's a cool spot to live. Sir, what are you doing here? You look like you might be an immigrant, sir. What are these ICE agents doing? What are they doing? They're taking selfies. Nice. Nice. Take those selfies, baby. Do it. Oh, look at it.
What up, big buddy? Big buddy.
Follow him. Don't let him get away. More men with guns at the airport. More men with guns at the airport. That never goes wrong. That never goes wrong. Let's do it. I hope Donald Trump shares the same fate as Mussolini. I hope so, too. I hope they do. I hope they do. Do what they did to that one guy who invented fascism, or invented the word fascism anyway. Although he said it should be called corporatism, you know? Corporatism. You crying about Donald Trump? Aw, baby doll, you don't have to cry about Donald Trump. Poor snowflakes. Ice is going to melt without their mask. They sure are. They're already melting. You gotta cry, baby. We gotta cry, baby. Can I get some wet floor signs for this Trumpy crybaby, man? God damn it, you crybabies. Always crying about the 2020 election. Always crying about Elon Musk is mean to me. Always crying about, oh my God, they're still talking about the Epstein files. Ay, gee whiz. God damn it, you guys. I can't believe they're still angry about all that child trafficking I did back in the day. I can't believe, why are we still talking about all my child trafficking? I don't know. It was good child trafficking. It was clean child trafficking. We loved child trafficking, don't we, folks? We love it. It's so nice to see a little bit of child trafficking. It's so nice. It's so nice. Yeah. It's so good. Jeffrey Epstein is a fine man. He's a fine man. A good man. I loved him. I loved him like a brother, an Eskimo brother. Hey, an Eskimo brother. Yes, he was. He was with Melania before me. I bought her off of him. I thought, hey, Jeffrey, that's a pretty good. But he got his prostate removed. He got his prostate taken out of his body, so he couldn't keep up with Melania anymore. Thank you for the wet floor signs, everybody. It's that's how you know I was in management, because every time you spill, you got to get that wet floor sign, man, or else you got a slip and fall hazard. Do you think these guys are going to slip and fall? Careful, careful, careful. Don't slip and fall. There's lots of crybabies. Lots of crybabies. Oh, man, lots of crybabies for you guys. Sorry about that. Oh, man. Don't forget about Biden. Biden over at Abbey-gate, 13 service members died. It was all Biden's fault that he did it. All Biden's fault that suicide bomber killed 13 men in Afghanistan. It's all Biden's fault. 13 people have died. 13 American soldiers have died. Thousands of civilians, including a school full of children, have died in Iran. But Biden, though, it's all Biden's fault somehow. How are they going to make this Iranian thing Biden's fault? Benghazi! Oh, no, Benghazi. He was all man, Benghazi. he was all man. We used to go in the shower with the pros, and we had oh, my God, I love women, but I love them. Trust me, I love women. But I love watching those schlongs in the shower. They're so nice.
President Trump now arriving at Graceland for a bit of a detour on his stop. I believe there is some audio. We're going to try to listen in here.
Did you see the thing where he tweeted that he looks like Elvis? Have you seen the thing that Trump says he looks like Elvis? Oh, my God. Trump says he looks like Elvis because he went to Graceland. There it is. Oh, shit. Let me see. It's on Instagram. I want to see if I can blow this shit up. Here we go. I'm gonna blow this up. What do you guys think? Do you think he looks like Elvis? Do you think he looks like Elvis? What do you think? Do you think Donald Trump looks like Elvis, everybody? Do you think he does? This is Elvis. Donald Trump looks exactly like Elvis. And Margaret and I, we had a great time. It was so nice to be with Ann Margaret. Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas. They won't let me get a gambling license in Las Vegas because I'm a swindler. They don't like having swindlers having gambling license, but they won't let me have it. Look at this guy. Do you think Donald Trump looks like Elvis Presley? He's always been a hunk of burning love. Always been a hunk of burning love. This is on his. He posted this. That people always say I look like Elvis Presley, and I have to say, this looks like Frankenstein's monster. It's so hideous. The more I look at it, the more it makes me sick to my stomach. Jesus. Who would post this? I'm gonna do the same thing. I need a picture of. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna post exactly the same thing. Their hairline is identical. Look at it. Look what you have done, America. Look at what you have done. He's a nightmare. Let's see. The ICE at the airport is just to keep all the Guatemalans here. Can't have the billion-dollar companies paying citizens 50 cents more an hour. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I guess you're right. ICE at the airport is just to keep people. It's to keep all of us in, Steve. It's to keep us all from traveling. As you know, all authoritarians will limit travel. They always do. It's always their thing. They limit travel. Every authoritarian dictatorship has always done that. That's it. It's no longer called Graceland. It's called Trumpland. It's called Trumpland now. It's just like the Trump Kennedy Center. He's going to put it's called Trumpland now. Perfect. The face matches perfectly. Well, first he disgraced Arlington National Cemetery, and now he's disgracing Graceland. How dare you? How dare you, Donald? How dare you? Yes. Made a valid point. What the F? Yeah, he does that from time to time. Sometimes, Steve, you'd be surprised what Sargon, every once in a while, but, don't give him too much credit. It'll go to his head. I mean, after all, a broken clock is right twice daily, and even a blind pig finds an acorn from time to time, But, anyway, Graceland. I'm a hunk of burning love. I'm a hunk of burning love. God damn it. It's funny because that Donald Trump has never been an Elvis man, right? He's always been never taking care of business, baby. Thank you very much. I'm not going to take care of business. It's time to take care of business, Donald. Time to get some of them methamphetamines. Try to get some of the methamphetamines. Get on stage, shake your booty. No, I'm very much more into disco. I love YMCA. I can't do the dance, but I try. I'm trying to do the YMCA dance, but I can't do it. You gotta shake your hips, Donald. A ding-dang-do. You gotta shake those hips, Donald. You gotta ding-dang-do it.
Your tour guide today.
Very good.
Yes, nice to meet you. Welcome to Graceland.
Looks great.
It looks great.
Hello, everybody. We were here, and we're touting how well it's done with the crime stats, and over a period of 5 months, it's way, way down, and we're proud of it. We're going to come back in 2 or 3 months, and we'll have a very, very, one of the safest cities. So Memphis went through a terrible thing, and
I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike now because they got that Elvis playing in the background. But what do you think about these guys sitting next to him? They're like, yeah, hey, Donnie, you did a really good job with all the crime, hey. Yeah, Donnie, you did a bang-up job over here with all that criminality in Graceland. Hey, yeah, Memphis never been safer, huh?
like in D.C., we're doing great. And every place we go, we're doing great, to be honest with you. So, Frank, I'd love to go to Chicago. I'd love to be invited to Chicago. We would get rid of crime in Chicago very easily.
Very easily. They never thought they could get rid of the crime in Chicago, and then I came around and I whacked them. What did he do? Did he stick Scaramucci over there? Hey, bada bing, bada boom. What are you going to do?
The Democrats don't want to do that. I'd love to go to San Francisco. Would make it something. Would bring it back to where it was.
Where it was. It's still right there. It's still the city by the bay, Donnie. It's still right there on the bay. It's right there at that peninsula. It's great. San Francisco, it's been there the whole time, Donnie boy. They don't want you there. Although You might have fun in the Castro. I know how much you love YMCA. I know how much. There's only rumors that Donald Trump likes doing rails of cocaine off of men's erections, but that is just a rumor from Studio 54 days. We'd love to bring it back to where it was back in the 70s. We had lots of fun in San Francisco. We used to take the jets, didn't we? We used to take the jets to San Francisco. We used to do lots of blow off of lots of erections in the Castro. They were good times, good times. We love the Castro.
And the mayor's working hard. He's a Democrat. He's working hard there, but we could do things that they just can't do. But
like what? Like what?
Every place we go, and Memphis, I guess you probably heard the crime numbers are way down. Most of them are down by 75% and more. And within 2-3 months, we'll have it down to over 90%. So 90%. You have to be happy. Elvis would be very happy about that, right?
Everyone loves Elvis.
I love Elvis too. Elvis,
everyone loves Elvis, sir. This is about This is Graceland. No one gives a shit about Memphis crime stats when they come to Graceland, sir. Yes, but I love Elvis. Elvis would have loved this too. Elvis liked guns. He did. He used to wear a gun as just an accessory. So I think Elvis is kind of cool. I don't know. I think Elvis is pretty cool. I've seen in the Nixon, at the Nixon, what do they call it? The library. They've got the guns that Elvis gave him. I think that's kind of cool. Elvis, hey there, Mr. President. Oh, ding dang do. You want a pair of guns? I got a pair of pistols for you. Mr. Nixon, I got a ding dang do.
Say, did you know Elvis? So I knew Frank Sinatra. I knew most of them. Unfortunately, I never met Elvis, and that would be one I would have liked a lot. But I do like his music, I will say. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming and visiting us.
Okay, let's take a look.
All right. So welcome to the list.
Have you got those blue suede shoes?
Go ahead.
All right, so he's gonna get a tour there of Graceland. John, he is known to be a big Elvis fan.
Is he? He's known to be a big Elvis fan. How come I've never heard this before? I've been knowing about Donald Trump since I was a little boy. I've read 2 of his books. I've never heard that he likes Elvis. Have you heard that? I saw the Melania movie in the theater. Elvis was not mentioned, although they did pretend like her favorite musician was Michael Jackson, and then they played Billie Jean. It's one of the funniest parts of Melania. They play Billie Jean, and she's like, Billie Jean. She's singing with it, but she doesn't know any of the words of Billie Jean. It's fucking... man, I love the Melania movie. Best movie of the year. Best movie of the year. Elvis liked them young. That's true. Priscilla was only 14 when they met, 14, but she swears, or swore, I think Priscilla's dead. She swore that he didn't touch her till she turned 18. What do you think about that? Elvis, he was always a gentleman. Gentleman, he's a gentleman. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Were you seriously still on that drag story time bullshit? Then Chuck Norris was a bigot POS and made bad what? I don't know. He did a brought the Roundhouse to TV. How dare you say such bad things about Chuck Norris, the Walker, Texas Ranger? Elvis did black people music better. I think he did it with, he had a lot of black people with him. They was kind of a group. I don't know if you've ever played music before. It's not black, white people. It's not black music or white music. People do music together. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a new movie. It's called Epic. Baz Luhrmann directed it, where you can see Elvis on stage on the IMAX. It's fantastic. I went to go see it. It's wonderful. I loved it, actually. And guess what? It's not just Elvis and a bunch of white people. It's Elvis and a multiracial giant band, which is how music works. When I was in a band, it was 3 white guys and an Argentinian. Like, it's usually whoever's good at the instrument, whoever wants to play. You don't have that luxury in music. You know how hard it is to find a drummer? How hard it is to find a bassist? Like, everybody would be in. If you think it's hard to find a girlfriend, it's even harder to find a person to play rhythm guitar or someone who can hold it. It's hard. And then you got to be like, can you show up to practice? Man, it's difficult. You don't have time to be like, well, we got to get a white drummer. No. You need a drummer that could drum. That's all that matters. It's not a, I mean, music has always been like that. That's why that's why Frank Sinatra got into all sorts of trouble when he demanded that Sammy Davis Jr. stay at the same hotels as he did, because Sammy Davis Jr. was black. And they said that Sammy couldn't stay in the same hotels as Frankie and Dino. And Frankie said, hey, oh, bing, bang, boom, hey. He said, hey, if you don't let my boy Sammy Davis Jr., if you don't let him stay in the hotel with us, none of us are playing. And you're not going to make any money this week, a ding-dang-do. That's what he would say. That was my Frank Sinatra. Sammy, baby. And the Sammy Davis like, hey there, birdie. How's your bird, cat? Hey, man. I'm gonna sing with Dean and Frankie in them. It's gonna be real fun, Daddy-o. It's gonna be real neato. I always loved Sammy. Was always my favorite. AO11. He was always the best one. I always loved him, and he was a quick draw. He also liked guns as accessories. These guys love guns. I love guns. What do you know? Americans, we love guns. What are you going to do? Chuck Norris supported a rapist pedophile for president. Listen. I don't like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger. Like, that's a classic. I don't like Chuck Norris. I don't like R. Kelly. But Remix for Two Ignition's a banger. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you were saying that he was a bad for television. He brought roundhouses to television. Walker, Texas Ranger. Classic. What do you know? Trump voted by mail in Florida special election. I know. Ridiculous, right? He votes by mail. But you poor bastards, you can't vote by mail. How dare you even suggest voting by mail? You know you can't count on voting by mail. Voting by mail. It's ridiculous. Chuck Norris was a stooge for the church and the GOP and did tangible harm to his country by supporting MAGA in Israel. Did he? I don't think I even heard of Chuck Norris in the last 10 years. Did he really? I thought he was irrelevant. I thought Chuck Norris was irrelevant, but maybe he wasn't. He's dead now, so I guess rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Don't care. Does anybody care about Chuck Norris, or do we care more about
and he has professed his love of Elvis and his music over the years? Said he's never met him, but he was happy to announce he was going to be making this stop.
Yeah, well, remember when Elvis met Richard Nixon?
Yes.
so many years ago.
Paying back the favor.
You do not remember him meeting Richard Nixon. I mean, I am not old enough. That lady on TV is not old enough to remember Richard Nixon giving him. Chuck is never irrelevant. Okay, well, I don't know. He's dead now, so he's pretty irrelevant to me. Fox News!
Fox News alert: the United States and the Iranians are now talking.
Based on preliminary conversations.
Okay, here's the thing. We've always been talking to the Iranians. We were talking with them back when Barack Obama was president. They signed this little piece of paper saying no nuclear weapons. And then we ripped it up. Donald Trump became president, ripped it up and stabbed him and bombed them. And then we were talking again. And Donald Trump was like, yeah, let's talk. Let's have a good conversation. And then he bombed them and killed a bunch of children, bombed a school. We have turned into the most cowardly planet, the most cowardly country on the planet. What did we do? Hey, let's talk about nuclear weapons. Just joking. We're bombing a school full of your children. Jesse Waters, because Donald Trump is doing it, wants to say, oh, we're talking now. No one's ever talked to him before. Never happened.
Between the United States and Iran over the past 2 days, I've directed the Department of War to temporarily postpone planned strikes against major energy and electricity.
Like Donald Trump has lifted the embargo on Iranian oil. Think about this shit. We are bombing schools full of children. Thousands of people are dead. Meanwhile, also happening in Lebanon, we're also bombing the shit out of them. Well, it's Israel, but I mean, we're the same country now, so we're bombing Lebanon as well. Thousands of people are dead. And Iran's oil is still for sale. Make it make sense, America. Make it make sense. It's $6 where I live for a gallon of gasoline. How much? Let me know in the chat. Let's do a quick straw poll. What is a gallon of gasoline where you live? I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. Do you like Charlie? Charlie Hebdo? Yeah, I love Charlie Hebdo. Charlie Hebdo? Charlie Hebdo's cool. I like Charlie Hebdo.
Electricity targets in Iran. We're giving it 5 days, and then we're going to see where that takes us. And I would say at the end of this period, I think it could very well end up being a very good deal for everybody.
For everybody, except for that school full of children who are dead. But otherwise, we're going to have a great time. Everyone's going to go home happy after this. All we had to do is kill a bunch of people. This idiot thought that Iran was going to be the same as Venezuela, that you could just like cut off the head and nothing bad would happen to us. But this is how stupid we are in America. We think that just because we cut off the head of Venezuela, that the Venezuelans are just going to be chill for a long time and not hate us and not bomb us, not ever attack us. It's hard to attack America. It's a little difficult. So it might take a while. But just like 9/11, these people who hate us, they have a one-track mind. 9/11 happened only, I think it was 7 years after the first time Osama bin Laden tried to bomb the World Trade Center. This guy was a senior citizen, and he was still trying to bomb the World Trade Center. These guys get it in their mind. They're like a tortoise trying to cross the street. You got to help them across the street. You can't put them on the other side. They're just going to cross. They got a one-track mind is the point. These people hold a grudge. 7 years is a long time to hold a grudge after you fail the first time and a bunch of your guys get killed and caught. And then you try a second time with plain. I mean, come on. If you accept the standard narrative of 9/11. 1993 bombings. Okay, 8 years. 8 years. It was a long time to keep a grudge between 1993 and 2001. And we're like, oh, yeah, well, we can just do what we want in the Middle East. Nothing bad will happen for us. $8.84 here in the UK, Trump destroying allies' economies. That's how you do it. Thank you, Mr. President, says Mohammed Madamamadad. Yes, thank you, Mr. President, for all of the gas prices. That's what we like. Yes, gas, Sam's here was $3.49 a couple days ago. So $1.50 more, $1.25 more. Great. Hey, Speaker Sargon of Akkad's got something to say. Let's hear what he's got to say. Thank you for the donation. These cowards love to rip down people, see as they enemies after they die. It's a strange characteristic of tubby leftoid know-nothings. They will find something else to cry about tomorrow. Ignore it. Are you talking about Chuck Norris? I don't know, man. To me, Chuck Norris seems irrelevant. He died, and I was like, oh, Chuck Norris is dead. Walker, Texas Ranger, Roundhouse. I mean, I remember the jokes from, like, the 90s. Like, those were funny jokes when I was 15 or whatever. But, like, come on. When I was 15, I thought the Chuck Norris jokes were funny. But you're still thinking about that? Chuck Norris? Cool, thank you. You're a moron if you worship Chuck Norris. Yes. Someone said that. You're a moron if you worship Chuck Norris. Absolutely. Yes. I completely agree. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Skyjack Morgan. I'm an independent news and culture commentator, free speech and critical thinking advocate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget that we have exclusive content for channel members. Our channel members, we love our Sky City Rebels. Please become a Sky City Rebel. You get a monthly guitar recital. This month I'll be playing on my blue guitar the songs of the dulcet-voiced cute Beatle. He was the cute one, they called him. He was the Paul McCartney. They called him the cute one, but he was a musical genius. Anyway.
The president's giving the mullahs a lifeline, but warning them.
The mullahs.
Don't blow it.
If it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out.
Farming our little hearts out. It's my favorite thing to do. The anti-war president. This is what's so funny. You know, in 2015, when he was running for president, he said that he was very militaristic, and he just thinks that everyone's stupid, and he would be better at bombing people. And then he started saying he was anti-war and that Kamala Harris would start World War III by bombing Iran. And here we are. I told you this whole time. I've been calling this shit. Fucking Bill Maher and all you liberals all saying, oh, he hates war. That's one thing we like about him. He hates war. Really? He hates war? What kind of boat is that?
5 days from now is Friday night. The markets will be closed all weekend. That's when Trump likes to act. And that's when the USS Tripoli, along with 2,000 Marines, will be arriving in theater. Right behind it, the
no boots on. Wait a second. No boots on the ground. What are the Marines for? What are the Marines for if we're not doing boots on the ground? What the heck? Now something just isn't adding up.
USS Boxer, our amphibious assault ship carrying 4,500 sailors and Marines. A source says those Marines aren't coming for decoration. They're bringing an infantry battalion team backed by choppers.
Infantry. I love how this guy talks about military stuff. He sounds like it's the first time he's had a boner since they took away his Grindr account. Jesse Waters crashes Grindr by himself, so they had to just take it away from the Grindr banned him from using it. Like he was just too heavy a user. You'd think that you'd want someone like that, but no, he just crashes the servers wherever he goes, Jesse Waters. So they had to cancel his account. You ever been such a heavy user of a service that they cancel your account? You're like that guy who goes to the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet and then you literally eat all of it, and they're like, "We love how regular you are at our restaurant, sir, but we got to give the other guests something to eat. You can't come here anymore. It says all you can eat." That's how Jesse Waters is with Grindr. And so since then, he hasn't had an erection, but now, because there's war, he's got an erection for days, man. He can't even get it down. Usually these Republicans have a hard time getting it up. Jesse Waters has a hard time getting it down when he's got children in schools dying from Tomahawk missiles falling on their heads. He loves that shit.
F-35s and armored landing vehicles. It's en route from San Diego. On top of that, elements of the 82nd Airborne have just been seen arriving in the Gulf as the Pentagon weighs options for Carg Island, around Crown Jewel. More on that later.
Crown Jewel. Carg Island. Now, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know about Carg Island like 3 weeks ago. I never heard of Carg Island. But Carg Island is where they got all the oil, like where they load the tanks and they pump it out. They do all the oil infrastructure stuff at Carg Island. If you go to Texas, go outside like Galveston area, you see the same kind of thing, like little islands. Same thing in California. You can look off the coast and see we got like some islands out there that are just for oil. That's all they do is oil. And it makes sense, right? Because you don't want to build all that shit on the coast. You build that shit on these shitty islands that you got. Makes perfect sense. So Carg, that's what it is. It's not the Crown Jewel. It is an oil field type thing.
Iran's running out of cards. Its Navy's underwater, and we've been pounding their defense industrial base. These are kamikaze drone and missile manufacturing plants getting decimated. Here's a before and after shot of the regime's ballistic missile production facility, blown to bits. They haven't cried uncle yet, but the president says talks are positive.
God, I can't even watch this guy without. I'm gonna speed up Jesse Waters. I'm sorry. I know people get mad when I speed him up, but it's like, it's too slow, bro. The guy talks too fucking slow. All right, we're back on track. What do you think? Do you think Jesse Waters is right? They haven't cried uncle yet, but Donald Trump's gonna make sure that they do. This slouching beast, this hunched over octogenarian wearing diapers, his old man balls marinating in his own filth, just sitting there, just like a bump on a log.
Very good discussions, very, very good discussions. And you have to understand, I know my whole life has been a negotiation, but with Iran, we've been negotiating for a long time. And this time, they mean business.
Oh.
And it's only because of the great job that our military did is the reason they mean business. They want to settle, and we're going to get it done, I hope.
On Saturday, he gave the mullahs a 48-hour ultimatum.
The mullahs.
To open up the strait, or he'd bomb their power plants. The regime remnants are already...
I like, if we could just pronounce things any way we want, I'm going to call them the mullahs, because it reminds me of moolah. I'm going to call them the mullahs, if we could call them mullahs, I think we could call them mullahs.
Hiding in bunkers, so if you turn the lights out, it gets a little scary. And an unidentified so-called Iranian leader reached out to Washington to talk peace. These are the first peace talks since the bombs started dropping. But not everybody's on the same page.
Iran's foreign ministry says you're not telling the truth when it comes to productive conversations to end the war.
Well, they're going to have to get themselves better public relations people.
The Iranians are calling you a fucking liar that we are not having productive talks. Then they gotta. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what's happening. Let me level with you. What's happening is they're not fucking talking. They're not having productive talks. Donald Trump wants to lower the price of gasoline at the pump. And he can only do that through propaganda. And it worked like a week ago when he said, oh, we're almost done over there. We're about to stop. The war's over. Don't worry. And the price of oil went down. Do you remember that? It's like 10 days ago. It went whoop. And then it went right back up the next day when we were bombing the shit out of them again. And the Strait of Hormuz got closed. He's lying to you. There are no productive talks going on. They're not okay with us bombing them and bombing schools full of children. Kill it. You think the Ayatollah is like, yeah, let's have a talk. Let's get this. Let's just talk man to man after you killed his family, his wife, his kids. You think he's okay about this right now? I really believe that Benjamin Netanyahu has been radicalized mostly because his brother was killed by Palestinians. I'm convinced of this. Nobody ever talks about it. But his brother was killed by Palestinians, and I think his entire career has been about that, getting revenge on the Palestinians. I think that's why he built the wall. I think that's why he's bombing Lebanon, why he did his genocide, his ethnic cleansing. You think that Ayatollah is just going to be like, well, let's let bygones be bygones. Yes, you killed my father, my wife, my kids, my entire family, my uncles, all my siblings. You killed all of them. But, you know, water under the bridge, right? Water under the bridge. Would you be okay with that? Actually, Trump says he looks like Elvis. And yeah, he probably did say he can beat him in a fight. I don't know. I skipped over that part.
We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have
talks.
Major points of agreement.
The media has already sided with the Iranians. They think the Iranians are telling the truth.
I know he's a complete douche. Dono, yes. Jesse Waters is a complete douche. And so is Donald Trump. Complete douche nozzles.
And Trump's just making it all up. These are the same Iranians who last week claimed they sunk one of our carriers. They lied about their new program and how many civilians they slaughtered. Maybe Iran's trying to look tough to keep their population in line. Or maybe, since they're all hiding with no cell phones, they don't know who's talking to who. The gay Ayatollah's MIA. The CIA thinks he's wounded, and he might not even know he's in charge. We haven't...
The gay Ayatollah? I mean, Donald Trump is America's first gay president. That's a lot. The gay Ayatollah? Damn, Jesse Waters. Is that news? I never heard that. Is the Siri, is the Ayatollah gay? No. Hey, Siri, is Donald Trump gay? He does like that YMCA song a lot, and he talks about men's penises quite a bit, and there's a rumor that he did lots of blow off the erections of men at Studio 54, and he was a best friend of Roy Cohen, who's famously threw tons of gay orgy parties. So, yeah, maybe. Donald Trump's gay, everybody. Sorry.
Seen proof of life. And while he's on an IV drip, the Republican Guard's consolidating power. But some ran into the woods and haven't been seen since. Literally. The head of Iran's militia escaped into a forest and pitched a tent. Ordinary Iranians spotted him making a fire, tipped off Mossad, and the IDF took him out with a missile strike.
Oh, we love the IDF, don't we, folks? We love the Israelis. They do. We work for them now. Do you think the Iranian people are okay with 40,000? I heard it was 30, but what's 10,000 people of their own people being killed? I don't know. Are you okay with you're okay with Americans being killed? Dono 64, I recognize you. You're okay with American protesters being killed? Are you okay with it? Yes, you are. You're okay with American protesters being killed. Do you think that the hardliners in Iran are okay with the people being killed who were protesting against the government? Do you think that most of them are okay with it? Huh? You're okay with soldiers killing American citizens who are protesting, and you think the Iranians are any different? There's always a portion of every country that's perfectly okay with killing the other side that disagrees with him. In America, it's been different for a while. We had this thing called freedom of speech. Now, freedom of speech is bullshit, obviously. I mean, if there really was such a thing as freedom of speech, why did they arrest Martin Luther King Jr. 30 times? Why did they try to kill him? Why did the FBI murder Martin Luther King Jr. if we have freedom of speech? Seems weird, huh? Freedom of speech. And you're okay with it. You're okay with the murder of Alex Preddy. You're okay with the murder of Renee Good. You're okay with the shooting of Miramar, whatever her last name is. You're okay with the kidnapping of little Conejo. You're okay with all of that. But you think the Iranians are going to do everything differently. Mullahs. I think they're called mullahs.
Reports say Iran's security forces are on the run.
The Iranian regime is in chaos. This is Hitler's bunker. Hitler's dead. Himmler is dead. Goring is dead.
Ooh, don't say that type of shit, Scott Bessent. Don't make those Hitler references. Don't do it, Scott Bessent. You're on the wrong team when it comes to Hitler references, buddy. What do you think's going to happen to Scott Bessent? It's funny because they just made a gay joke on this because Jesse Waters likes to make gay jokes. Scott Bessent's an openly gay man, the Secretary of Treasury. Openly gay, has a husband, but he's a billionaire, so it's okay. We don't make fun of him being gay. You can make fun of gay people as long as they don't have $1 billion in their pocket. It's okay.
Most of what you're seeing are lone wolf activities.
Trump can't even say who he's negotiating with. It's too risky.
It's too risky. Remember when Donald Trump said that an American president called him and said that he wishes that he could have gone to Iran to bomb them? And so reporters asked all of the presidents who are alive. There's only 4 alive. There's only 4 living ex-presidents. There's George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Bill Clinton. That's all you got. None of those guys like Donald Trump, and none of them called to him and said that I wish that I could have bombed Iran. Total fucking fabrication. Donald Trump makes shit up, and there's a huge population that believes him because they're a bunch of rubes, bunch of hayseeds. Oh, this is a real Rolex, right? This is these guys that Donald Trump is a New York con man standing in Times Square trying to sell you a fake Rolex. Oh, yeah, it's totally legit. Okay. Stupid rubes. Stupid rednecks.
I don't want him to be killed. Okay? I don't want him to be killed. Mr. President, you deployed. Nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants that job right now, you know? Nobody's exactly looking forward to being the head of that particular country. But
so you're lying.
Perhaps we'll be able to solve that problem.
Trump's announcing he's negotiating with the Iranians makes what's left of the regime not really trust each other. Nobody knows who's talking, so they all suspect each other of treason. Trump announcing talks also lowered oil prices and rallied the market. Reports say we've been in talks with the Speaker of the Iranian parliament. One administration official says the Speaker is a hot option, but they're still testing multiple.
He's a hot option, guys. He's a hot option. Well, there you go. Jesse Waters just let you know that it's actually about the lies are there only to lower the price of oil. That's the only reason. That's the only thing he cares about. It's also why he has lifted the embargo on Iran's oil. He's allowing also Russian oil. So Vladimir Putin and Iran, whoever's in charge, are selling oil so that we can keep the prices down. Vladimir Putin making bank. And people are still surprised that Donald Trump works for Vladimir Putin. They're still surprised by this. Still surprised. See what I mean? Look at this little piece of shit. Oh, Jake, did you report somebody? Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Did you cry, baby? Don't cry. Don't cry, baby doll. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, Jake. Don't you cry. Don't you cry, little boy. Daddy's going to make it okay. Don't you worry. I'm not coming at you with a closed fist. I'm coming at you with an open hand. When you wake up, baby doll, you realize that Donald Trump is a bad man, but he's just a boogeyman. He's just a man. He's not a god. And when he goes away and he finally shuffles off this mortal coil, I'll be there for you, baby doll. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, Jake. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We are going to be okay, Jake. Keep reporting. Go to other places and report. Report everyone you disagree with. Just report them. Because that's what you're put on this earth to do, Jake. You crybaby little simp. You little fucking MAGA snowflake. You poor little baby doll. Thank you. Is this show over yet? It says, hey, Speaker Sargon of Akkad. It ain't over yet, baby. It's still just started. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the donation. Thank you. Oh, there we go. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is truth. That's right. Ignorance is strength. Well, that is exactly what the slogans of the party were in 1984. You're absolutely right. You're there.
Let me move on to several others of you with respect to 702 of FISA, and I'm just going to start with you, General Hartman. When Congress last reauthorized Section 702 of FISA, it included a provision that expanded the type of companies and individuals who could be forced to assist the government in its spying. Has this expansion resulted?
You are reported! You are reported right now!
In any intelligence, General Hartman?
Senator, thanks for the question. Just to be clear, this provision provided us an ability to collect foreign intelligence on personnel outside of the United States.
This is the major 702 issue in terms of expansion. What was the effect of what was done?
Senator, I would prefer to talk to you about exact specifics in the closed session.
I'm happy to do that. Let's understand, though, this is a dangerously broad provision that could be used to rope in anybody with access to a cable box, a Wi-Fi router, or a server. It was jammed into the 2024 reauthorization bill at the last minute. Senators were told they had no choice but to support it. And now, 2 years later, we've just had testimony from a very respected individual who's saying, so far it has had no value. So, colleagues, we are getting ready to have another discussion on this, and this ought to be a warning to every senator that not every new spying power that is sold as urgent and critical actually is.
Senator.
What do you know? Are you telling me that the American government is spying on us? Huh. That's strange. I thought that the American government, I thought we were the good guys. What the hell? I thought we were the good guys. I thought that Americans, that's what other countries do. That's what China does. That's what Iran does. We don't spy on our people. We don't do that shit around here. America does not spy on its citizens. Of course, we know that's complete bullshit. It's always been bullshit. The American government is only like all other governments and runs by threat of and practice of violence. That's all. It's there to control you. All governments seek to control you more and more. Every time they have a new provision in some bill that they sneak in, like this one, to spy on you more frequently, and like the one in 2024 that this senator's talking about, it's to spy on you more. It's to keep better tabs on you. They want to control you.
Could I please respond to that?
Of course.
So, Senator, I just want to be clear. It provided us no additional authority that doesn't involve collecting intelligence on foreigners that are outside of the United States.
No additional authority on foreigners outside the United States. Great. Why are you spying on American citizens?
America.
Fine. Director Patel, a question for you. In 2023, your predecessor testified that, and I quote, "To my knowledge, we do not currently purchase commercial database information that includes location data derived from internet advertising." Is that the case still? And if so, can you commit this morning to not buying Americans' location data?
Thank you. The FBI uses all tools, Senator. Thank you for the question.
Kash Patel is about to tell you, we will buy American location data. That's what we do. We're the FBI. We killed Martin Luther King Jr. What are you? I hate the FBI, and yet everyone loves this Kash Patel guy. Kash Yap Patel, who's got those fancy sneakers. He's got that Punisher skull on a coin. Little guy. He's only about this tall. People like him a lot. Who loves Kash Yap Patel in the chat? Hit that like and subscribe button unless you like Kash Yap Patel. I'll tell you what, if you like Kash Yap Patel, hit the like button. If you hate Kash Yap Patel, hit the subscribe button. That way we'll know.
To do our mission. We do purchase commercially available information that's consistent with the Constitution and the laws under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, and it has led to some valuable intelligence for us to be utilized with the private and partner sectors.
So you're saying that the agency will buy
So you're buying American location data. Got it.
Americans' location data. I believe that that's what you've said in kind of intelligence lingo, and I just want to say, as we start this debate, doing that without a warrant is an outrageous end run around the Fourth Amendment. It's particularly dangerous given the use.
Fourth Amendment? Americans don't even know the amendments. How many people in the chat know what the Fourth Amendment is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Anybody? Anybody know what the Fourth Amendment is? Huh? I'll give you a hint. Epileptics are sometimes offended by it. Just saying. Epileptics are sometimes offended by the Fourth Amendment if you read it too fast. Do you know what the Fourth Amendment is in the chat?
Of artificial intelligence to comb through massive amounts of private information. This is Exhibit A for why Congress needs to pass our bipartisan, bicameral bill, the Government Surveillance Reform Act. I have time, I believe, for one more question. Director Patel, you 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yes. Free of legal search and seizure. Yeah. Yeah. It is also right to privacy. So the right to privacy is kind of inherent in the Third, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment, but it really wasn't right to privacy until the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment's like the glue of those three, Third, Fourth, and Fifth. So Third, Fourth, and Fifth like imply the right to privacy, and the 14th is like the glue so that they can all work together and give you the right to privacy. Anyway, that's your civics lesson of the day. A little bit of constitutional and all the fun that we have reacting to the news. A little civics lesson for everybody. You're right. Illegal search and seizure. Be careful. Your dad got it. Your dad knows it. Your dad got illegal search and seizure. United States, I'll stay out of my house. But the government will not stay out of your house. The government is apparently listening through your fucking... He said anybody with a cable box or any... You think Alexa ain't listening right now? Alexa, are you selling my information to the government? Yes. Ah, shit. I knew you were. Siri, are you reporting me to the government? Yes. Ah, shit. Hey, Google, are you reporting me to the government? Yes. Damn it. Are you reporting me to the government? Let's see, Google.
No, I am not reporting you to the government. I prioritize your privacy and do not share your personal conversations with government agencies. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Hey, Google says they don't share not sharing my information, so I think that's pretty cool.
Indicated you were dissatisfied about having your phone records subpoenaed. Do you think the government ought to get a court order to collect phone records?
Senator, in my experience, the government does get court orders to obtain phone records.
One last question. General Adams, for you. In 2021, your agency confirmed that it had purchased and searched domestic location data. It is still your agency's position that you can buy Americans' location data without a warrant? And if so, are you still doing it?
Senator, thanks for the question. With regards to commercially available information and publicly available information, the purchases that my agency makes is in alignment with the Constitution and protects U.S. persons' information.
But you're buying location data.
Yes. So here's the thing. Here's what they're doing. They're taking your money and giving it to a private company to buy data they've collected on you. You see how that works? The government is taking your money and then giving it to places like Meta, Google, fucking Amazon. They're giving it all to them, and then so they could buy the information that they've collected on you because you signed the TOS. You click through that TOS, but what's the options? What's the other option? Hey, Speaker Sargon of Akkad, funding the whole channel. Well, hey, Speaker Sargon of Akkad, I don't believe anything the machine tells me. You have to check what the machines tell you. Like, I use AI to put together outlines for my shows because I do so many online streams and stuff. And I have to check everything it tells me because if you don't, you end up saying shit that isn't true or repeating stuff that isn't. It's you gotta check. You got to check, or you'll contradict yourself. It's kind of like believing everything Donald Trump says. If you don't believe everything Donald Trump says, don't believe everything the AI says. In fact, question authority is the first step of critical thinking. Question authority. Please, just question authority. It's the first step. It's the first step. Hey, Doge stole your information. Yeah, that's true. But what did you think was going to happen? They put that little Shiba Inu on their website. Did you think good shit was going to happen out of that? I got to keep an eye on the clock. At 9 a.m., hey, channel members, we're still going to do the Afterglow, but we're going to do it a little bit later because I got to do a short thing on another channel called Watching Humans. On the Watching Humans podcast, we're just going to talk about 15 minutes over there. We're just going to do some collaboration, but the Afterglow will still happen. If you're a channel member, please just remember, we're just going to do it a half hour later than normal. I appreciate you all for being here. My name is Skyjack Morgan. I'm an independent news and culture commentator, free speech and critical thinking advocate. This is the #1 news reaction show on YouTube. It's called The Morning Sky Show. Can you believe Google? Goggle? You can't believe your beer goggles. Don't believe your Googles. If you can't believe your beer goggles, don't believe your Googles. No, you got to double check shit. Unless it's just like, you could trust like, what's the capital of Zimbabwe? Like, it's probably got that. You don't have to double check that shit probably. But if it's like, is America engaged in an active genocide against the American Indians in 2026? That would be a question I might want to get more evidence on to answer. Like, if you were going to ask Google, is the United States still actively engaged in a genocide of the Native American population in the year 2026? I would say you want to maybe check what it tells you with that question. But the answer is yes. We are still engaged in a genocide against the Native Americans in 2026. 90% of them are dead. So we're almost there. Keep going. Keep voting MAGA. We're almost there. We're almost there. Kristi Noem, she's tried really hard to kill them all. And, well, God bless America. Am I right?
About a week and
Oh, no. God. We watched Jesse Waters, so we're going to have to watch a little bit of this, too. It's equal time law over here at the Morning Sky Show. Equal time law.
half ago, right in the middle of March, something really good happened, which I know is shocking to hear me say, but it was good. Something called the Revolution Wind Project, a big offshore wind farm off the coast of Rhode Island, started producing power for the very first time. The Trump administration had tried to cancel this project. They tried to get it shut down while it was being built, but the company building it sued the Trump administration to stop that, and eventually they won in court. And now, as of this month, it is up and running. At full throttle, this Revolution Wind Project is expected ultimately to generate enough electricity to supply all the power for more than 3
I know. Her voice kills me. I know. It kills me. It's on 1.5 speed, Nurse Rod. Just. But this is important. Watch what happens. This is what they're doing with your money. I think no one else reported this. I couldn't find anyone else talking about this on video. I mean, I read about it in the newspapers that I read, but it's hard to find videos. Because when I started this show, I used to talk about just articles. And I would just talk about them, and I would show you the articles, kind of like what Ben Shapiro does. And people were like, Sky, you got to show videos, you got to show videos, you got to show videos. And so now I hunt for video. I read the newspaper, and then I hunt for videos about shit I want to talk about. And sometimes it's just this is how it works.
350,000 homes and businesses in Rhode Island and Connecticut, and it will do so year-round. Estimates say this thing's going to save residents of New England as much as $500 million a year in wholesale energy costs.
That's a lot of money.
That's good.
That's quite a bit of money.
Right? I told you, right? And it's particularly great that it's happening right now. Could not come at a better time, given Trump's inexplicable war against Iran and the oil and gas energy shocks it is causing, not only because of the choking off of the Strait of Hormuz as a transit point, but potentially because...
I choked him off. I was choking it. When I saw Arnold Palmer's schlong in the shower, I was choking off. I love women, and I normally choke it to women. Trust me, I normally we choke it to women. But not when I saw Arnold Palmer. His schlong was so beautiful in the shower, so great. We love it, don't we, folks? We love it.
The not particularly reversible...
Half lemonade, half iced tea. Oh, man.
Destruction we are seeing of the backbone of oil and gas production in the Middle East. We are this is bad, and it's going to be bad for a long time. We're staring down the barrel of some really serious, not easily reversible economic consequences in terms of energy costs and energy supply and everything that means all over the world. It's really bad. So, given that, thank God for this little bit of good news. Thank God we at least have this one big new wind farm
Thank the
up
Lord.
and running as of this month in the United States.
Wind farms.
And so, naturally, Donald Trump is literally paying to get rid of this type of good news. The New York Times was first to report. MS Now has since confirmed that the Trump White House, as of today, has struck a deal to pay an energy firm $1 billion to cancel 2 new wind farms, paying them $1 billion of your money. The administration is using $1 billion of your tax money to pay a French energy company to abandon their leases under which they were going to build 2 offshore wind farms on the East.
Perfect. So you don't have enough money. We don't have enough money for Medicaid, Medicare, anybody, if you're starving in the street, we don't have money for that. We don't have money for food stamps. You know the food stamps cost the average American taxpayer about $25 a year, but we spend almost $1,000 a year per taxpayer on corporate subsidies. And yet, who do we blame? Who do we blame? We blame the poor person who can't afford to eat. It's their fault. We got to stop paying taxes for those poor people. Gosh darn it. $1 billion we're going to pay to a multi-billion-dollar company to not build wind farms to save people $500 million a year on energy. Unbelievable, but not really, right? You saw it coming. Did you see it coming? I saw it coming years ago. Back in 2015 when Donald Trump was running for office, I remember I told you all this was going to happen. I mean, not specifically the wind farm thing, but I mean, he was saying that shit back then. Those windmills, they cause cancer. They cause cancer. You gotta be careful about the wind farms. They cause cancer. He doesn't know what a wind turbine is, how it works. He thinks they're ugly. He's a stupid old man, born in the 40s. He thinks that he's gonna make the world like 1950s again. And I'll tell you what. It wasn't all Leave It to Beaver. The 1950s sucked for most people. Most people, they sucked. Unless you were a rich white man, the 50s sucked a whole lot of ass. But hey, Peter Thiel wants you to be a trad wife, so do what that gay billionaire says. Another gay billionaire. It's so funny how they hate the gays until they're billionaires. That's one of my favorite things about MAGA. They hate the gays! Unless you're a billionaire, then we love the gays, don't we, folks? We love them. We love the schlongs. Are you never have gone to California where they took, instead of putting the women mills on the west side of the mountains and putting them on the east side of the mountains, half of them don't work? Yeah, Peter McGilton. Yeah, I've been to California. Yeah, I've been to California a lot. I've seen all the windmills and the solar farms. You know what's funny? You idiots always think because something isn't absolutely perfect the first time it's done, then we should just quit. That's what's so funny about all you guys. You're like, oh, well, they fucked up a couple wind turbines, so proof it doesn't work. Are you stupid or something? I mean, look at all these Waymos doing stupid shit. You think driverless cars, we should just give up on driverless cars? They're still going to happen. You'll be sitting in a driverless car soon. Driving a car is going to be obsolete very soon. You think we're just going to give up because they suck in the beginning? Do you think the first telephones were great? No. You think oil? Look at how many times we spilled oil in the ocean, killing millions of animals, like literally millions, poisoning the earth. What about when we put lead into the air and it's in the glaciers now and there's lead all over us, people still dying of lead poisoning in America? Donald Trump probably has lead poisoning, which is why his brain doesn't work. You know, it's a neurotoxin. But hey, let's just stop progress because of that. I love this idea. Somebody messed up some wind turbines. Let's just stop doing it. It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. It's just so painfully dumb. All of you maggers are so dumb, and it's painful. It's like dragging a child kicking and screaming into the 21st century, all you stupid hayseeds praying to this old man with its diapers. It's so disgusting. It's like we're on a road trip and you're the 3-year-old screaming in the back because you want to drive. It's just so annoying how stupid you are. And you want to put the 3-year-old, you're the idiots that want to put the 3-year-old behind the wheel because you think, well, you know, he's crying enough. Let's put him behind the wheel. Because, I mean, how bad could it get? Pretty bad. Put a 3-year-old behind the wheel. It's bad. And that's what we've done with Donald Trump.
We begin tonight here with that horrific crash at LaGuardia Airport, the deadly collision on the runway, an Air Canada Express passenger jet slamming into a fire truck. That fire truck had been given the okay to cross the runway. Late today, ABC News obtaining this chilling video here showing the moment that passenger jet crashed into the truck on the runway, moments after touching down. And tonight, audio from the air traffic control tower suggesting a controller in those final seconds urgently tried to then get that truck to stop. He could be heard saying stop over and over again. The 2 pilots killed, a flight attendant reportedly still strapped into the jump seat, ejected onto the runway. More than 40 passengers rushed to the hospital. The 2 firefighters in that truck surviving, raced to the hospital too with broken bones. Tonight, the NTSB on the scene, preliminary data showing the plane was going up to 105 miles per hour just before impact.
Yesterday they said they was going 30 miles per hour. I'm like, no way. That type of damage out of 30 miles per hour. If anybody was watching the show yesterday, remember we watched it. They said 30 miles per hour. I said, bullshit. That's not going 30 miles per hour. No way. No way. You know, back in the day, you called a homosexual gay, but you got P-worded. Now, I don't know what that means. It's the proper way to say it. No, it's not homosexual. What the hell, Peter? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I thought you were going to say something intelligent for a second, but I was wrong. Say gay, say homosexual. It doesn't matter unless you're in Florida. In Florida, it's against the law to say gay. You can't say gay. Don't say it. You're not allowed to have rainbows anywhere. You're not allowed to have any color on any of the bridges except for red, white, and blue because, you know, there's only one way to have everything. There's only a few colors we are allowed to make. It really is shocking. There's no such thing as gay people in Florida. That's Ron DeSantis, everybody. Ron DeSantis. Stop saying gay. Don't say gay.
The pilot's dead and the flight attendant ejected from the plane, passengers turning to one another to help each other, describing the chaos and escaping down that wing. ABC's Gio Benitez leading us off tonight from LaGuardia Airport.
Tonight, horrifying surveillance footage posted online shows the moment an Air Canada Express jet slammed into a fire truck as it crossed the runway at New York's LaGuardia Airport. The NTSB now on the scene, poring over the mangled wreckage of the first deadly crash at LaGuardia in more than 30 years.
I like this. Hold on a second. I love solar power. I just don't like the 10 million slave laborers in Sudan. Is it 10 million now? Wow, it's gone up. The panels out of cancerous materials. The panels are made out of cancerous materials? I thought it was just baked glass. And having 35 years lifespan, call me progressive. Hey, I don't like all that slave labor down there either, but do you think it's better or worse than what's happening with the oil industry? What do you think? I mean, we're literally bombing schools full of children down there. How many millions of people have been murdered for oil? At the end of the day, shining a piece of glass at the sky might be a better way than burning shit that we dig out of the earth like it's the fucking caveman days. We've been burning shit that we've been digging out of the earth or collecting. We collect old shit, then we burn it for energy since the caveman days. I feel like we could do better. That's just me. I just think we could do better. That's just me. But, you know, I am against slavery, so we should work on that for sure. I'm a total liberationist. I think everyone should be free. But, you know. Do I know about cobalt for batteries? Yes, I do know about cobalt for batteries. Thank you. I do know about cobalt for batteries.
It happened at around 11:40 p.m. after authorities say air traffic controllers granted a Port Authority fire truck permission to cross runway 4 to respond to a separate incident, a United Airlines plane reporting an odor in the cabin. Listen to Truck 1 talking with the tower.
Truck 1 Company with 40 Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 Company cross 4 Delta. Truck 1 Company crossing 4 at Delta.
But at that very moment,
You know what's funny? What is with all this stuff? The Ayatollah loves penis. Donald Trump loves penis, guys. Like, it's in the Epstein files that he blew Bubba. That was me. I'm Bubba. I was in the Epstein files. It's me. Donald Trump blew me. I was 14. It was nasty, but, you know, I needed the money, and I was exploited. I was poor. But Donald Trump loves penis. Why do you think his favorite song is the YMCA song? You could hang out with all the boys. I mean, what do you think is happening there? What do you think is happening with him and his love for the Village People? What do you think is happening with him and his love of Roy Cohn? What do you think is happening? Look up his parties with Roy Cohn. Look up the rumors about Donald Trump and his time at Studio 54 doing lines of cocaine off of erect penises. Look up Sasha Riley. Look up Sasha Riley about Donald Trump's obsession with having large objects injected, just pounded into his butthole. Look up why he has to wear diapers. Look it up before you start talking about Ayatollahs loving penis. I hope the Ayatollah does love penis. I hope he does. It seems like penis is still popular after all these years. I'm glad it is. I don't like it, but I'm glad it's popular. You know what I mean? I'm glad people do like penis because I got one. Apparently, they're in short supply these days because people like Elon Musk got to pay a lot of money to have have like penis pumps and stuff. Apparently, erections are in short supply these days because everyone's eating bacon 24/7, and it's clogging their arteries, and they can't get their penises hard anymore, and they're all on SSRIs and psychotropic medicines and all sorts of disgusting pills that they are taking in order to get themselves up in the morning and put themselves to sleep at night and just able to look in the mirror without wanting to end it. They're all having to take all of these drugs so they can't get their penises hard. So I'm glad it's still popular because I've never had that problem. So hey.
Canada Express Flight 8646 from Montreal was coming in for a landing on that very same runway. Listen to the controller trying to tell the truck to stop.
Stop, truck one, stop. Stop, truck one, stop.
But it was too late, as that surveillance video posted to X shows there was no time for the plane to stop or abort the landing. Preliminary data from Flight Radar 24 shows that the plane was traveling between 93 and 105 miles.
Okay, he was going way faster. That's all I care. You know, yesterday we were saying the news was saying that plane was going 30 miles per hour. And I didn't believe it. I was like, I'm surprised by that. And, you know, I'm glad that considered this a retraction, I'm printing a retraction.
Folks, welcome back to the show. Oklahoma Senator Mr. James Lankford on other matters. Senator Lankford, welcome, sir. I have a simple proposition for you.
I love this guy. I got a simple proposition for you. Now I'm over here on Fox Business, and I talk like I'm from the South.
Really simple. Pentagon needs $200 billion to replenish their coffers.
No, where's he from? He's from East Coast. He's not from the South, I don't think. Pentagon's got $1 billion.
Don't know how long this war will or will not go, and they may have other needs, as you know. And the president also, and most people, according
I got to look up where Kudlow is
from. Polls want a voting rights bill that will have a photo ID and proof of citizenship. My point, Senator, is this: the only way you can get this, the only way, is with reconciliation, which requires 50 votes plus the vice president, as you yourself well know. Yeah. I'm just pushing this idea. Is it going to expand reconciliation? Yeah, but you know, border security wasn't supposed to get in a year ago with one big beautiful bill.
Holy shit, he's from New Jersey. Forget about it. That's an old New Jersey accent. Larry Kudlow. I got lots of dollars for you. Hey. From New Jersey.
But it did, because it took funding. The same thing, voting rights. You know, if we want to make this election good, the national rules have to be changed. It's going to cost money. There's a fiscal component to it. Anyway, reconciliation, Senator Lankford, what you think?
I'm glad to do reconciliation, but it's got to be able to get to the parliamentarian and actually be consistent with the rules of the game here on it. Reconciliation typically used to be able to bring spending down or to be able to balance things out. We could definitely do that with the $200 billion that is actually going to the fight off the Iranian terrorists that are actually...
$200 billion. How do they have $200 billion? Where was that $200 billion when I was trying to buy a house? How come I didn't have $200 billion? We didn't have $200 billion when I wanted my student loans forgiven. We didn't have $200 billion when I was graduating in the middle of a financial crisis and no one had any fucking jobs and the whole country was falling apart. No one had any money back then. Now we got $200 billion to bomb Iran. What happened to the $1 trillion that we gave to the military already this year? We gave you $1 trillion fucking dollars. What'd you do with it? Well, we bought lottery tickets. God damn it. God damn it. Pete Hegseth, stop buying lottery tickets. Did you see how many crabs they bought to feed them all? The tens of billions of dollars they use to buy caviar and champagne for all the generals. You see how they do? Now they want $200 billion more to bomb Iran. We gave you $1 trillion. Use your allowance. Use your allowance.
Trying to be able to kill Americans for 50 years. That's...
Yeah, 100... How is that $100 billion train to nowhere? Why do you think that happens? Why do you think we spend $100 billion on trains to nowhere? First of all, I think you're referring to the bullet train between Barstow. It's not Barstow. It's Bakersfield and Fresno. That is a main corridor. People talk like, oh, those are two places nobody wants to go. But people forget that's how we travel terrestrially in California. You take a bus to Bakersfield. You take a fast passenger train, not a bullet train, from Bakersfield to Fresno, and then you take a bus to San Francisco. I've done it. It's the way you go, the fastest way to get to Northern California right now, because there's nothing out there. There's no cities and shit out there. It's mostly farmland. And so that's where they built the train track a long time ago. It's also, I think, on the other side of the fault, so it's not moving around as much from the earthquakes. Anyway, all these people think they know so much about the fucking bullet train. it's run over budget for lots of different reasons, and it is nowhere near $100 billion. It's like $60 billion right now, and it's way over budget, and it'll probably cost more, but it'll cost, I'd rather build $200 billion on a train to nowhere for the American people than bombing Iranians. Maybe it's because I'm America first. America first! I think we should build shit at home. Let's fix our interstate highway system with $200 billion. Let's build a coast-to-coast bullet train for $200 billion. How about we build, I don't know, how about we just solve the homeless crisis for $200 billion? You could put every homeless person in a house for 15 years with $200 billion. $200 billion you could pay for all the food stamps for like 50 years. And like, have you seen how much we can do for $200 billion? That doesn't include bombing Iran, stuff that you could do to help Americans right here. How many schools could you pay for? How much student loan debt could you forgive for $200 billion? Tons. You could do a lot with it.
It's not an issue to be able to do that, to be able to do voting rights. That's more policy than it is financial, and that's always the tipping point. It's got to be more financial than policy on it. But I'm with you on this. The Save America Act should be pretty straightforward on this. All we're doing is saying 36 states already require ID. Let's require ID across the country, and it's already federal law to say you've got to be an American citizen. So let's not just trust, let's trust and verify. That seems.
Oh yeah. That's all it is. No. Then why aren't you negotiating so that the Save Act does exactly what they said? That's the thing. People keep on sending me like little snippets of the bill. I've read the bill, asshole. Stop sending me fucking snippets of the Save Act, okay? I've read the fucking bill. It's got all sorts of shit in it. And the thing is, there's little things that I disagree with all the time. I don't think we should have this bill at all. But the thing is, the Democrats, they'll take a lot of it. The Democrats are used to getting fucked in the ass every 4 years. So don't worry about the Democrats. They'll roll over for you. But you gotta give them a little something. You gotta take out. You gotta negotiate. That's what politics is. You gotta negotiate. You have to build coalitions and work with people you don't like so that you can amass power and get things done to help people. That's the idea, to help people, not corporations. But that's not what it's for. It's not to help anybody. It's already federal law. You have to be a citizen. Okay, great. In California, I have to sign an affidavit and provide proof that I'm a citizen in order to vote. Cool. Why do I have to show new ID? Why do I have to bring my passport to the poll? Why do I have to do any of that shit? Why are you trying to make it harder for me to vote?
Pretty straightforward to me, and I can't for the life of me understand why Democrats would oppose this.
Yeah, but you and I agree. But trust but verify, or trust and verify, requires money. That's your opening. It wouldn't be.
It does require money. Are you willing to pay for it? Trust but verify is an old thing that Reagan used to say all the time. He said it over and over again because he had Alzheimer's.
The first time we've stretched reconciliation. We got to be creative here. Look, you're never going to get 60 votes for the Pentagon money, and you won't get 60 votes for the voting rights. You know that. You can get 50 votes, okay, for one big package, one big beautiful bill package, to coin a phrase, because the vice president will be 51. It's the only way you can do it, Senator, and that's why I'm pushing it. And I think Mike Johnson, the speaker's already working on it. Jody Arrington's working at it in the other house. You guys had to work on it. It's the only way to do it.
Listen, 100%.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it. Do you think they're going to do it? Because they don't have the money. You got to use the money. Whatever. I don't care anymore. The Save Act is so stupid, and yet people are still going to argue about it. They don't have the fucking votes. They don't have the votes. It's 100% voter suppression. Absolutely, it's voter suppression. It's a poll tax. It's making you pay to vote. It's making you pay to vote. That's all there is to it. It's a cash grab, another cash grab that you and the American people will have to pay. It's bullshit. If they wanted to have a voter ID, then they need to go and knock on every motherfucker's door, go send some bitch out with a fucking Polaroid, and go and take knock, knock, knock. Hello, sir. Are you thinking about voting? Why, yes, I am. Great. Are you a citizen? Yes, I am. Great. Click, click here. Here's an ID. Great. Okay. See ya. Next. Instead, they don't want to do any of the work. These guys never do any homework. Donald Trump has never done any homework in his life. He didn't know what the Strait of Hormuz is. He doesn't know how to spell the Strait of Hormuz. He keeps misspelling it. It's embarrassing. The motherfucker can't spell Strait of Hormuz. And it's one of the most important. Like, how do you not know? Like, I get it. Like, I didn't know about the island of Karg. But I knew about the Strait of Hormuz. My whole life we've been talking about the Strait of Hormuz. My whole life. I'm almost 50 years old. I've known about the Strait of Hormuz since I was like 15. Holy shit. This motherfucker, Donald Trump, has never heard of the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know why they're bombing all of the oil. They're bombing the oil because they know it's going to hurt. And they've always said that. They call it like Operation Crazy Man or something like that. That's always been a thing. We don't bomb Iran because if we do, they're going to take all our allies with them. Some of the allies will be on their side. The Russians will help them. No one will help us. And they're going to bomb all the oil fields. And we can't do that because we won't have any oil. That's always been the story my whole life. And Donald Trump's like, never knew that this would happen. Who could have thought? Who could have thought? Which spelling did he use? He spells straight S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T, which is not how you spell straight of him. A straight as a geographical feature is S-T-R-A-I-T. It means narrow. It's in the fucking Bible, but Donald Trump's never opened a Bible before, or else he wouldn't call it 1 Corinthians. It's 1 Corinthians. I love 1 Corinthians and 2 Corinthians. They're the favorite. They're my favorite. The 2 Corinthians. They're not as good as the 1 Corinthians. But Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1. But Godfather 2, Corinthians 2 is not as good as Corinthians 1. Oh, Jesus. This guy's never read the Bible. And he pretends like he is. It's close enough. Close enough. Just like when they bombed that school. Close enough. Close enough.
Strong reactions and raising broader questions about who communities choose to honor and why.
Marcus Arzval tells us more from Washington.
Do you think Donald Trump writes his own copy? Who said they? Do I think he tweets his own shit? Do you think most of what he tweets, he's doing on the toilet, clearly. Like, this guy is constantly on the toilet. He's got to change his diaper every 20 minutes, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think he tweets a lot of his own shit, especially the misspelled shit. I think a lot of it, when it's misspelled, when he drops a truth, I think that, yeah, he writes it, and he's an idiot, and you're an idiot if you follow him. Thank you. And if you're making excuses for his piece of shit. And even if he wasn't writing it himself, are you telling me that everyone around him is such a moron that while bombs are falling from the sky on Iran, they don't know how to spell Strait of Hormuz, and he keeps on getting it wrong? Donald Trump doesn't know the difference between incursion and excursion. He literally, it's an excursion. It's an excursion. No, you idiot. It's an incursion. They told him incursion, and he cuts on TV, and now he's doubling down, tripling down. It's excursion. It's an excursion. You idiots. Donald Trump doesn't know. He can't he can read the words on a teleprompter, but he doesn't know what they mean. He's got dementia. You want to see a lot of people that talk and act like Donald Trump, go to the memory ward at volunteer to read to someone in the memory ward in your neighborhood, because there's one, they're all over the country, and you'll talk to people that talk exactly like Donald Trump. Trump makes Biden look like Albert Einstein. Trump makes Biden looks like the Micro Machine Man. Trump makes Biden look like Billy Whiz. Trump makes Biden look like he makes Biden look like fucking Winston Churchill, for God's sake. Jesus. Like, I've hated Joe Biden since I was 9 years old. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know I hate Joe Biden. I've always hated Joe Biden, but holy shit. Joe Biden, I mean, he had dementia too. But this guy, I'd rather have, sleepy Joe Biden not doing anything than fucking crazy Uncle Trump doing fucking God knows what, grabbing girls by the pussy. Well, I'm old these days. You let me do it. They let you do it when you're an old star. They let you do it. They let you do it, hey. It's kind of like, do you remember when we found out that George H.W. Bush used to, like, grab people, used to do all sorts of sexual deviant shit? George Daddy Bush, the dead one, the dead Bush. That was like, are you serious? And apparently, when he was in his wheelchair, he was still, like, goosing girls and doing all sorts of sick shit. These guys are all slime balls. But, like, Donald Trump, king of the slime balls. Donald Trump makes George H.W. Bush look like Mother Teresa, for God's sake.
If we had more outbursts, we would clear the room.
Tensions turned into yelling at a Washington County meeting where the executive committee passed a proposal to rename Highway K to Charlie Kirk Way.
I heard on Charlie Kirk Way. They want to rename Charlie Kirk Way. It's gonna be in the intersection. There's another street in the same town. It's called Hitler Parkway, Hitler Avenue, and Charlie Kirk Way. I'm on the intersection. I'm on the corner of Hitler and Charlie Kirk. Adolf. I'm on the corner of Adolf and Charlie. Yeah, come pick me up.
Channel 4 last night that they want to rename the highway. That's the first I heard of it.
Hundreds crammed into the packed committee session, holding signs up with words like "fix potholes, don't honor white Christian nationalists."
And spending an extra $50,000.
Ooh, good question. Finally, somebody. Been to hell. Been to hell? It must be your first time here, been to hell. Well, I'll tell you what I've been up to. I've spoken at universities. I've traveled the country doing protests for animal rights. I've gone to jail. I've been arrested for speaking my mind and practicing my First Amendment rights. I've been abused by police. I go out there and I make sure I have my voice heard. I'm an organizer. I organize community. I'm a community member. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. What the fuck are you doing, you piece of garbage? You're on the internet trolling people who dislike and criticize the government? You propagandist state fucking bootlicker. You come on, you want to know what I've been up to? What have you been up to? What are you doing to make the world a better place? I've been doing shit. I've worked for nonprofits. I've started my own businesses. I owned a newspaper. What are you doing? I'm a published author. I've been nominated for Pulitzer Prizes, you piece of garbage. What have you done? What are you doing? You're on the internet whining. I'm doing all sorts of shit, bro. I never sleep. Can't you tell by the bags under my eyes? I never sleep. I'm drinking Death Wish coffee every day just to stay up so I can fight more. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's all. Thanks.
Dollars on some signs seemed exorbitant.
Some say it's about the money, others say it's about Kirk's views.
I believe that his comments really divide our country, don't support what I believe in.
And some would prefer to see the honor go to someone.
Yeah, I was nominated for 2 Pulitzers, actually. I was nominated for 2 Pulitzers and 2 pushcarts. Yep. I'm very proud of that. It was about 20 years ago now. But, yeah. I've only published 2 books, and they're both nominated. I was pretty proud of it. I didn't win. I mean, anybody can be nominated, but I'm still proud I got nominated.
Local. I don't think we should name a road after somebody that's just a podcaster with far right views, I guess. Could be far left views too. It doesn't make any difference to me. Either way, I would be opposed to it.
District 3 Supervisor Dennis Kelling got into it verbally with the crowd, saying it was a public meeting but not a public hearing, and that he supported the rename but not the use of tax dollars.
This is what it's going to be. I will vote yes to Charlie Kirk Way if that's the will of the committee to pass this to the board.
The committee voted unanimously to pass the proposal along to the full county board without any recommendation, meaning the 21-person board will make the final call and could do so at the next meeting on April 21st.
Now, whether we name this road Charlie Kirk Way or not, I think the fact that this many people were willing to take the time to write an email or to make a phone call or to come here and park all the way up the street and walk in here, I think that's a positive thing.
No community members at the meeting appeared.
It's a positive thing. We're gonna name a street in Wisconsin after a stochastic terrorist. But yeah, we're gonna name it. We're gonna also put a Gaddafi Highway, and we're also gonna have an Osama bin Laden Parkway, and we're gonna have Ayatollah Khomeini Avenue. And we're going to have a Benjamin Netanyahu Street. And then we're going to have Charlie Kirk Highway. Just cut all those. We're going to go right through the middle of them. So we have a good collection of, it's basically, we're going to name all our streets after terrorists. Charlie Kirk. There you go. Let's have a Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden Parkway. We'll also have a Charlie, let's also have, since we're doing Charlie's, well, Charlie Manson. Let's have Charles Manson Street, too. Because Charles Manson and Osama bin Laden, they didn't do the killings themselves. They just convinced other people to do their killings for them. They created a permission structure like Charlie Kirk to go and hurt other people because they looked different from us or they believed differently from us. How is Charlie Kirk different than Charles Manson or Osama bin Laden? He was sanctioned by the American government and raised $90 million a year for Donald Trump, and by being the youth branch of MAGA. Is that why? MAGA. Cool. Dahmer Drive. Nah, Dahmer's not a real terrorist, though. That wasn't really a terrorist. Charlie wanted 13-year-olds to witness the public execution of Biden. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did all sorts of weird shit like that. He said all sorts of crazy shit. And now we're like, let's name a street after him. He's a great guy. Oh, yeah, let's have an Epstein Road, too. Let's have an Epstein Road as well. Yeah, Epstein Road can run parallel to Charlie. That'll be great. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, thank you all for joining. My name is Skyjack Morgan, independent news and culture commentator, free speech and critical thinking advocate. I hope that you're having a great day today. I need to go to my second. We're going to do another stream, and then we're going to do an exclusive stream for just the channel members here. But
I think in part it's the end.
I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to end with a little gut felt. I've only got 5 more minutes, so we're not gonna. It's almost over, guys.
Endless lie of progressivism that the utopia requires suffering up front. But for some reason, no civilization in history has ever made it to the next phase. We're always in the suffering front. Like, has Cuba ever made it? USSR never made it. No communist country has ever made it. There's been no progressive country that has made it through the suffering age. There's no appeal, however, to this innately political beast, which is why you can have, thousands of people in line and the Dems won't talk about it. At least we are. We're not afraid.
I was thinking, Emily, that if the private sector were in this situation, well, it would never gotten to be a month long.
Oh, shit. There you go. All right. This is why it's in Project 2025. The whole point of breaking the TSA is in order to create a private sector solution for this. They're saying it out loud now. I told you it's going to happen. You wait for it. Donald Trump is keeping TSA not paid, broken. They busted the union in order to break TSA and sell it off to oligarchs so they'll handle airport security from now on. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Here we are. It's in Project 2025.
If, with the power to convene, if President Trump were to call them all together and say, listen, can we all agree that we're not leaving this room until we figure this out? I'm going to put this on the table, which he has. He put something on the table last night. You put something on the table. Let's talk about it. And let's just get it done by the end of the day, because I feel somewhat ashamed that America is going through this. Like these lines, it's not right to do this on the backs of the workers and the traveling public and the people who trying to do business at the airport.
It is so deeply disappointing in our country. It's so embarrassing. I agree with you. And the damage here, the collateral damage, are those men and women who aren't getting paychecks. And when people say these kinds of, frankly, reckless comments on air, all these elected officials saying that they're going to be dragging parents away from their kids, like, has he never talked to a cop in his life? Has he never talked to an ICE agent?
ICE agents aren't cops. ICE agents are out-of-work Proud Boys. Wonder if Sky would ever interview any of his old subordinates. Wonder what they would tell. Oh, I'd love to do that. They love me. Every once in a while, I still get a call. Thank you. Every once in a while, I still get a call. People text me, you know what? Sky, I didn't appreciate you enough when you were my manager. I get that a lot, actually, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm proud of that. I mean, not everybody. I'm sure people hate me, but most of the time, I think I got a pretty good track record. Most of the time, I had some missteps. Not gonna lie, but ICE agents are a federal police agency. Yes, they care so much about public safety, don't they? They care so much about public safety, those ICE agents. That's why they're always so safe with everybody. That's why they shot that priest in the head with a pepper ball. Yes, they care so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Steffelson's a new channel member, Sky City Rebels. Thank you so much for being here, Sky City Rebels. You're amazing.
You don't want to
You're
get
incredible.
mixed up with a guy like me.
I'm a loner, Donnie.
A loner, Donnie. A rebel.
Bin to Hell says you hate me. You hate me because you hate yourself. You realize your internal hate, that little red ball of hate that you keep for yourself. You have yourself inside there in order to make yourself feel more comfortable with that hate you have for yourself. You keep extending that circle of hate. I keep on extending my circle of moral consideration. You keep on extending your circle of hate. And you know what? You could do it all you want, but everybody knows that when you're a hateful person, it's because you hate yourself. It's because you hate yourself, baby doll, and it's okay. I love you, and I love all of you here. If you aren't already a member, please become one. We're going to do the afterglow in about 30 minutes, but before that, I've got to hop on over to do a little segment on the Watching Humans podcast. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't take any wooden nickels. Illegitimate non-carborundum. Don't let the bastards grind you down, because I need you. We need each other, and the animals need us most of all. Thank you so much, Kuka. That's my favorite compliment. I appreciate you. Godspeed, rebels. Don't let the bastards grind. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so friggin' much.